Everyone, a very rainy Friday today, but Vitor Pereira did his press conference earlier. Just after it had been announced, he's actually been fined £15,000 for what he did against Brighton, being sent off. Also, he's done his press conference that I mentioned, and 15K Strand Larsen's done an interview with Sky Sports News, so I'm gonna go over all that. But let's start with Vitor Pereira and his press conference, the highlights to come out of that. So yeah, he's obviously asked about Sunderland at first, but the main clip I want to take out of it is he was asked about Matheus Mane and whether he's going to use him, and I'll just play the response he did here. It's a bit long-winded, but I'll play it all for you.
There's a player I want to ask you about in the under-21 squad, Matheus Mane, who's been doing fantastic. He's a young talent who's been making an impact in the under-21s. Is he somebody that you can see who's got potential, that you keep an eye on yourself?
You know, it was me the last season that pushed a lot the club to keep Mane, to renew the contract on Mane, because I believe that it will be a top player in this league, not only in our club but in the league generally, because he's young, but he's a talent, and he's very focused in what he wants in his career. He's working very hard to win a bit of physicality. Every day he's listened what to improve, and to try to improve the things that he needs to improve. And I believe as soon sooner or later he will have the opportunity. This is not the time, because we are as a team, we are struggling with we are fighting to change the situation, but to give chance for this kind of talent, this kind of player, a young player, we need to be in a situation that the teams can help him.
So yeah, Matheus Mane won't get a chance because of the situation we're in, basically. Obviously rates him. He was the one who pushed him to sign the pro deal and let him get included towards the end of last season. So he definitely rates him, but he obviously don't think he's good enough to come in and help us, which is mad, really. If you're old enough, or the old saying, if you're good enough, you're old enough. But after that, he was asked about team news, and like we know, Bellegarde and Hwang missed out for injury and illness last week, so he was asked about that. This is what he had to say.
Any team news that we need to be aware of ahead of Sunday? I know that Bellegarde was sick last week.
Yes, but he's working with us now. Yeah. Bellegarde come back, Ishan also, and Larsen is better. This week I think he improved his level, because I think this is the feelings that he gave to us.
Yeah, so there we go. Everyone's back. It seems like everybody's fit. Even Strand Larsen is a bit fitter than he has been. So that's good news. So it'd be interesting to see who misses out the squad completely, because when everyone's fit, he has to leave a few like new boys out, doesn't he? Probably be the likes of Muller-Wolf, maybe, who will miss out. Also, he was asked towards the end of the press conference whether he feels like this is a must-win, and he kind of skated around it, but this is what his response was.
I don't believe that it's possible to be champion in October. It's impossible, and it's impossible to be relegated in October. But we know that each game is a chance, or we get a chance, we take the chance and we get the points, or not. And this is another chance, important chance, because it's a team that for sure will fight with us for the points, for the result. This is important. It's time to go there with to show what we do in the trainings, and to show the same to show the way that, because the way that I see my players is a good group. They are a good group. They want to change the things. They fight, they compete, they are trying everything to improve as a team. to turn over the situation.
So, bottling the must-win against Burnley question, but he did say after Sunderland it's a must-win, so he's changed his tune on that a little bit. He is right. Obviously, the league's not won or relegation's not done in October, but come on, man, come on. At least, you know, he was a bit more positive. It was a very long press conference, and he did say that the boys have trained well. You know, the levels are rising. He keeps using the excuses of the international breaks as an excuse that you don't get time with the players, but every team has that. An excuse that I agree with is that he got all his players in way too late in the transfer window, which is a valid one, but he can't keep using it forever. He's just got to try and get it right, else he will lose his job. And I think he's in danger of losing his job if we lose to Burnley the weekend, although he doesn't seem too concerned about that. But interesting. Now, off the back of that, I want to talk about Jorgen Strand Larsen. He did an interview with Johnny Phillips for Sky Sports, and he was very candid in the interview. There's some quotes to come out of it. He obviously said about the Newcastle interest, said, look, he's a boy from Norway. He's just very honoured that he had that kind of interest, to be honest. It's like very flattering and humbling for him. And he also said that, look, he don't really think about it now. It's happened. He doesn't think, you know, he's happy to be here, although he don't feel like it at the moment. And again, I think the biggest quote to come out of it, which is a bit like, oof, is him saying that it didn't feel right with the amount of players. Yeah, he said it didn't feel right with the amount of players that left in the summer, which so clearly there's a bit of unrest with Strand Larsen, and he's clearly not too happy. Which I did that video in the week about players falling out with Vitor, and you can see why. You can see why there's some that are not happy. Although Vitor does say that they're all happy in training, they don't argue amongst each other. But we know Andre is not happy with the way the transfer windows have gone after being promised certain targets for Wolves. So interesting that Strand Larsen did that Sky Sports interview. Look, he said himself it's a horrible position to be in at the moment that Wolves are in, and they're trying their hardest. And he said that like he hasn't been good enough, and he needs. And another thing he did actually say as well is that he needs a lot more service up front. But he was so bad against Sunderland, he can't get much worse. But he'll probably start again. I'm going to do a full match preview for Burnley tomorrow because there's so much to react to today with Vitor's press conference and that. But yeah, that's about it. But comment your thoughts down below. What you thought of Vitor's press conference, what you thought of Jorgen Strand Larsen's interview, what you think of the £15,000 fine. He will be on the touchline. There's no touchline ban, which is very important. I missed out that. So yeah, just a £15,000 fine for Vitor Pereira and no touchline ban. But please like the video, everyone. Please subscribe if you're new. And yeah, I'll catch you for tomorrow's preview.